friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Emma and this is Dandelion Cottage. In today's tutorial, I've got something extra special for you. I am working on my next holiday, which is Halloween, which is my favorite holiday of all. So as an Etsy shop owner, I have to stay ahead of the game and I have to come up with designs, usually months and months ahead of time, so that I can come up with my plan, I can come up with my inventory, and I think I've got it down to my final designs for Halloween. And I thought that I would show you how I make them, show you my tips and tricks, and so that you can try these at home. The only thing I ask, if you want to copy one of these shirts or replicate one of these shirts that I'm going to show you today, please don't sell it. I am fine with you making it for yourself or purchasing one from me, from Etsy, but please do not replicate it and sell it yourself because that wouldn't be very fair. But if you want to take some of my ideas and kind of mix and match and do a different shirt, so if you like, one of my sleeve designs that I did and you pick a different image, totally, absolutely, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help teach you and give you ideas. Just don't sell the exact shirt. I thank you in advance for that. Okay, so let me show you what I made last weekend. So this is one of the shirts, and we're not going to be remaking this one today. This one was very simple, but I really like that design. I thought it was cute. I want to say I bought this design, I think this was design bundles, and then I free-handed these cute little bats. And the way I did that, and I will show you in the video later on, some freehanding, is just with a paintbrush and bleach. It was actually really easy. If you feel like you can't do it, just go get a pencil and a piece of paper and practice drawing bats. I kid you not, they're the easiest things to draw ever. And they don't have to be perfect. Like, it just needs to be a shape of a bat. And it works out great. There's also templates that you can make if you have a cutting machine, or that you can purchase that have like the bats, and then you would just spray the bleach. But to me, I've seen that they will sometimes bleed, not always, but sometimes. And so to me, it's just easier to quickly freehand it. So the next shirt that I made, and I think this one's gonna be my top seller. I think a lot of people are gonna love this one, and I love it too. How cute is that? Zombie, momster, whatever you wanna call her, I just love her. And then I free-handed the sleeves. Oh, how cool is that? I love that. Now I will be making this shirt again today, so you can watch me make it. And then I just wanted to share with you some of the designs that I've come up with, so that you kind of see the before and then after. And I also wanted to show you, for those of you that do have a sublimation printer, how the prints come out. So let me show you this picture. Do you see how dull and odd looking all those colors are? I mean, that doesn't look like a bright orange. It definitely doesn't look like a bright green by any means. This is what your printer is going to print it. This is what it's going to look like. But the second the heat and it starts sublimating, the colors actually start popping. So don't panic when you have a print come out and you're like, this does not look right. That is normal, 100% normal. Okay, so first design I'm going to do, and I think I'm going to keep this on a Heather Navy shirt. Oh, and all of the shirts that I'm working on today, they are the Gilden 6400 brand. They're 65% polyester, 35% cotton. They're going to give it that really great vintage look. And they're all the Heather styles. I'll try and tell you all the colors as I go. So this one's a Heather Navy. And I decided on this one, I'm going to sublimate bats on the sleeves and then bleach the sleeves. And I'm only doing the front, not the front and back. I'm going to bleach the sleeves white and sublimate the sleeves. I think that'll be kind of cute. And then the image in the center that I decided is I'll put a spell on you. I know that's backwards for you because when you print sublimation, you have to print it mirrored. Because when you go to sublimate it, it needs to mirror back at you. And what I mean by that, if I turn this backwards, see how you can see that it says I put a spell on you. So I thought that those two would be really cute together. Then my next design is just a simple squad. I thought that that would be fun with the Sanderson sisters. Again, that's probably backwards, so let me show you that. That'll be kind of cute. And I'm gonna put that one on a Heather Orange. And then I'm going to do another one on Heather Green. I thought that would be kind of cute. And this one is gonna also have bats on the sleeve, but I did a little bit of a different bat print. And what I'll do, and I'll show you in the video, I'm just gonna cut them apart and just set them on there and press it. And then this one's gonna say Ghoul Gang. I think that's cute. Hopefully you can see this. So I thought those two would be cute together too on a green shirt. And then last but not least, and this one I'm still on the fence with, I'm either gonna love it or hate it, I don't know. But I chose the Heather Red And I'm going to put, hopefully you can see this one. I just want to cuddle and watch horror movies. Let's see if I can turn it backwards so you can see it. And I purchased this design from Etsy, and I will find the Etsy shop that I purchased from, because I'm sure you guys are going to want to know where I got these prints. And wherever I purchase them, I'll put the Etsy shop in the description below. And as long as they're still selling it, I'm happy to pass that along. Just keep in mind, if you're gonna make your own, sure, replicate it. If you're gonna sell it, do something different than I do. Maybe put it on a different colored shirt or something. And then with this one, I've got the blood splatter, and I haven't decided quite yet. Like, sometimes I have to be outside and have, you know, my creative blood flowing. My thought process so far is maybe do some blood splatter on the sleeves, bleaching them white just on the front, doing some blood splatter on the sleeves, and then maybe a few blood splatters here and there. I haven't decided yet. I don't know. So, and maybe I'll switch it up after I make this first one and decide to try something different. So if this sounds fun to you, then just keep watching. Let's go. Okay, we're at the press corner, and we're gonna go ahead and press these shirts. Now, the one main difference about this video compared to my other video where I bleached and then sublimated, in this video, I'm gonna show you how I sublimate first and then bleach. I truly do not have a preference. They both turn out the same. If you bleach first and then sublimate, then sometimes you'll get some scorch marks, which is fine. You just use a little bit of hydrogen peroxide and it lifts those scorch marks right out. I find that results in a brighter image at first. So when you send, you know, the first time you wear it, it's gonna be bright and beautiful. But then you're gonna wash that image and it's just gonna dim a little bit. Fine, no big deal. Every shirt does that. It won't dim all the way, it's just gonna dim a little bit. When you sublimate first and then bleach and then wash it, you are washing it for that first time. So that's gonna be the difference. But truly, once you wash the bleach and then sublimated, it's the same result. I have compared side by side. They look identical after you wash the bleach and then sublimated, and then the sublimated, the bleached. They look identical. So, but I do admit that if you haven't washed the sublimation yet because you bleached it and sublimated it, it's gonna look brighter for that first time. It will. And if that's what you want your customers to see for the first time they open their shirt is a bright, beautiful image, great, do it. But I do advertise all of my shirts are vintage style, which to me means they're gonna be a little bit faded. They're kind of vintage looking. They're going to be that way because my shirts are 65% polyester. And they have to be, because the other 35% is cotton, and that's how I bleach. If it was 100% polyester, these shirts wouldn't bleach. So that is why, hopefully that helps the explanation if any of you didn't understand subbing first or bleaching first. They are both the same end result. So we're gonna sub first today. I will post my other videos, so if you wanna watch how I bleach and then sublimate, watch that video and you can see the differences. The biggest difference is that I use the image, I cut it out. As you can see, I've got all my images cut out now. And what I do is I would lay it on the shirt. I get my paintbrush, very fine paintbrush, and I go with bleach around the edges to trace it. You could also use chalk. I've used chalk too. Whatever works for you, you can use like a little piece of white chalk. It washes out, no big deal. But that's what I use is the bleach, and then I go back in and fill it in. I feel like sublimating first is quicker because you don't have to have that step of going out there and tracing it. You can just be a lot quicker. You put the sublimation print on and then just draw. Like, it's just faster to me. Anyway, so I've got all my images cut out. Some of them I didn't cut out all the way because I don't feel like I need to, where like this one takes up the full sheet, so I didn't cut this one out. But I did cut out all the little blood splatters. Yeah, I can kind of show you how I cut these out. I just cut them around the image so that it helps me visualize where I want to put it when I'm laying it on the shirt. Same thing with my bats. One thing I did want to point out, you don't have to cut around the image. You could just push that whole piece of paper down and sublimate. However, make sure you're looking at your images really closely because sometimes your printer can accidentally, squirt a little bit of extra ink. And it doesn't happen very often, but it does. And actually I got a print today that did. Let's see if you can see that. Do you see these little black dots right here? Yeah, I don't want those on my shirt. And if I don't cut those off, they will sublimate on my shirt. So make sure you're checking your images before you actually go to press. Okay, for the rest of this, I'm just gonna hit the fast forward button and you guys can watch me press all of these shirts, and then we'll head outside and we'll start bleaching. Okay, so it's the next day. As you saw from the video, I pressed all of my sublimation images first, and then when we went outside and we bleached, I brought them all inside into my big sink in my laundry room, and I washed them all with Dawn dish soap. I do each one individually, scrub, suds it all up, and then rinse them out until all the suds are gone. Then I throw them in a batch of wash. All of them together. I know they're all different colors, but it works, it's fine. I haven't had them bleed. I do it in cold water, and I don't do detergent. It's just one last rinse to get any of that remaining bleach or Dawn dish soap out of them. And then once they're done rinsing through the wash machine, then I'll put them in the dryer, and I put them in the dryer on a low heat or an air fluff, whatever your dryer is called. I've just found that if I do the regular heat, they can shrink about half a size. So that's just what I do. Personal preference. You guys can do what you want, but that is how I process my shirts. Now, a lot of people will throw their shirts into a bucket of water. I believe it's half and half water, half peroxide. Definitely, you can do that. I just haven't needed to. I think if I had like a ton of shirts that I was working on at once, I mean, I'm talking 20 plus shirts, then I would probably do that because it would save me some time outside and I wouldn't have to be so worried about holes and over bleaching. But because I'm only working on a handful of shirts at a time, anywhere from 5 to 10, I have found that I can go through and I can just spray the peroxide on any of the bleached areas that I feel like is over bleaching. Again, when you do that, you only want to do a light mist. If you do too much peroxide, it's actually going to spread your bleach even further out because it's just too wet. So be careful when you're doing that. And then let's say I have a shirt that's like pretty much done and I have a few other shirts that are still processing. I will just get peroxide. I'll move this to the shade, and then I'll just get peroxide and just lightly spritz the entire shirt so that all of it kind of slows down the bleaching process. And honestly, I've never had holes, knock on wood. So I think this time around, I have these shirts sitting out there for like 45 minutes, and I was kind of getting nervous because I had a lot of them I was working on. None of them had holes. I've even washed them, I've stretched them. They're fine. So using the peroxide spray definitely is helping. So with that said, let me show you the end result. Now, you already did see the first purple shirt, so this one won't be any surprise of how it turned out, but adorable, I love it. And again, you've got the cute sleeves. I just think that's so fun. And I mean, overall, just a really cute shirt. I think it's gonna be one of my top sellers. There's front back. This one, I'm not sold on, and I think I'm gonna make some changes to it. I think it's way too busy. I think I did way too much bleach. I think I was just super excited. So this is how this one turned out. But again, I think it's way too busy. So I think on this one, I'm only gonna do the marble effect. I don't think I'm gonna do any of the spritzing, just because again, I think it's too busy. And then I also think that I'm gonna make the image larger. I feel like the image is just a little too small for the shirt. So I'm gonna make the image larger. The other thing is I did the marbling effect on the sleeves, and I feel like you lose the bats. So the next time I'm going to protect these sleeves, I'll go ahead and bleach just the bats, but I'm not going to allow the marbling effect to happen on these sleeves so that it's just the marbling effect in the middle. So the other option that I could do is bleach the entire sleeve white so that those bats pop more. But right now I feel like they're getting lost in all of the action that's going on. So definitely going to make some revisions to this shirt because I don't love it right now. If you ever do go outside and re-bleach, it's totally fine. Some people will say that you'll get holes. To me, just be careful and watch it close. And it may or may not work, but I'm gonna try it. So I have re-bleached before and I haven't had any issues. So if anything, this one will be my shirt. I probably wouldn't sell this one. It's already mine because I'm not gonna sell it as is because I don't love it. Okay, the next one, and I do love how this one turned out, super cute. This is the Cool Gang, and I love on the green. I just think it's cute with the cute sleeves. Now remember, I didn't do the full bleach in the back. Here's the back of the shirt. So I did the marble effect with the spritz, and I do like that look. I think it's cute. I will either keep it like this, and as you guys saw from the video, I did a few different methods so that you could see. One was the freehand, which would have been the webs. The other would have been the paint mode, which I just, painted on the bleach with a paintbrush. And that's what I did on the red shirt. And then this one is the one where I actually just sprayed. So I wanted to show you a few different ways. And as you can see, the end result from the spray is it kind of does bleach into the shirt, which I was okay with because I'm doing the marble effect anyway. So if I didn't have this marble effect on the rest of the shirt, I wouldn't have done a spray mode. The only other thing on this shirt that I might change, I haven't decided yet, is maybe just leave the sleeves green and not bleach it fully like this. Because this is a light enough green, these shirts or these bats do show up great if it's not bleached. So, but other than that, I think it's a super cute shirt and I think people will love it. And the next one I'll show you is the red, the heather red. I love how this one turned out, like absolutely adore it. I think this one's perfect. I was super worried if I wouldn't like it or not. I love it. I love how I just did, you know, this is the one where I painted on, and I do like the paint mode for this one because I do like that crisp line into the shirt there. I do like that. I think it looks good. You can see both of them. All right, isn't it cute? I just think it turned out so cute. Let me see if I can stand back and you can see it better. Ugh. Okay, so I like how the sleeves, you know, how it drips down. So I had to make sure that I angled those in a way that when the person is wearing the shirt, that it actually looks like it's dripping. If I would have had the drips go the other way, that would have looked funny. So be careful when you're doing the blood drips. So cute. I love this shirt so much. I think this is my contender against the purple one. And again, there's the back. And then here is my squad. So I am going to make a change on the squad. I'm going to make the image bigger. And yes, I have a small printer. I have the Epson 2760, so it's limited on the size of prints, but I do have a hack and I have another video and I can list it up above if you guys want to watch how I make my images bigger, even though I have a smaller printer. But I have some awesome news. I just ordered a 1500 and they're super hard to come by, but I found this shop through one of my Facebook groups. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name. It's like Tamara's Corner or something like that. But as soon as I get the printer, I plan on doing a setup video with you guys so that you guys can see how I set it up. And she doesn't have a ton of printers in stock, but when she gets them in stock, she has promised me a discount code that I can share with my subscribers. So that's kind of exciting. The other thing that's exciting is hers comes as a package. So I'm getting sublimation paper, the sublimation ink, a few different blanks, and she even throws in a shirt to try. So I'm really, really excited to get it. And as soon as I get it, I will create a video on how I set it up. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. So this last shirt, I am going to make the print bigger. I feel like the image it is great. It totally is great, but I want it a little bit bigger just for a good statement. But I love how this one turned out. I love that it's simple. The one thing that I was thinking after the fact that I think would be really cute is on the sleeves to sublimate broomsticks. Wouldn't that be cute? Because I mean, this is what they do. They ride broomsticks. They're witches. So I was thinking of either keeping the sleeves completely orange and do sublimated broomsticks because it is a light enough shirt that you can see the image without bleaching. Or I will just leave the sleeves as is and sublimate the broomsticks. But the thing I worry about is there might be too much going on that you might not see the broomsticks. So a little bit of a larger image is what I'm going to switch to, and then possibly broomsticks on the sleeves. I just think that'd be cute. So we'll see. Stay tuned. If I do it, I'll post it on our Facebook page, which I am on Facebook. Right now, it's not necessarily... I might create a separate group for my subscribers and all my friends. But right now it's just a group that I started kind of like with my personal family and friends on my personal Facebook group to help send them to a page where they can see all of my new product that I've been rolling out. It's mainly just like my advertising page. So stay tuned. I'll probably create a different Facebook group just for you guys where we can jump on and discuss things and I can share some updates and stuff. So stay tuned on that. Last thing I want to show you. And I'm so excited that I can show you this because sometimes you just don't quite understand the difference between a polyester count. These shirts that I use are 65% polyester, okay? This has been washed and look how bright and vibrant it is. It looks amazing. It may dim a teeny bit more, but not much. Like I promise you, I have washed and washed and washed a lot of my sublimated shirts, and that first wash is typically how far they're gonna fade. Did I say bleach? I meant fade. They're gonna fade a little bit more. But this is pretty much what the shirt's going to look like. It will not fade very much more than that. I think that's a pretty awesome image, right? Now, I actually bought this shirt before I got into all of this, you know, sublimation and selling my own t-shirts. I bought a shirt last year, and now this is a Bella Canvas CBC, and it is only 50% polyester. Let me show you how much it is faded over time. So compared to our 65, holy moly, that's a big difference, you guys. This is why you want a higher polyester count, okay? So like I've said in my other videos, if you have 100% polyester, which you wouldn't be able to bleach, then you're gonna have a very vibrant, bright, dark, dark image, right? 65%, 65% of that ink stayed. 50% of that ink stayed. So hopefully that makes sense. Now this isn't horrible by any means. This is honestly how I purchased it. Like, it came like this. It was a little bit more vibrant. I'm sure it was because the seller hadn't washed it. They sublimated it, and then sent it on to the customer. So it was bright and vibrant the first time I wore it. Then I washed it. This is what it turns into because 50% of that ink faded out. So keep that in mind when you're selling or making your own shirts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something new, especially when it comes to sublimating first and then bleaching. So many people are so scared of that method. And I am honestly starting to lean more towards that method because I feel like it's easier and I feel like it's quicker. And I feel like it's most honest to my customers because I am going to send them a shirt, such as this one. And this is gonna be as faded as it's gonna get. Like, I am sending them what their shirt's gonna look like after they wash it because I've already washed it for the first time. So again, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys have any questions or, if you've done this and you have some great advice, leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and then don't forget to subscribe. And last but not least, don't forget to ring that bell so that you can get notified every time that I upload a new video. Thanks so much, you guys. Until next time, we'll see you later.